All right, welcome everyone. So let's go ahead and get into our comfortable, gentle yoga space, if you will. All right. So I was thinking, how about today we actually start on our backs? So if if you have a hard surface, but you happen to have a blanket or a towel or something like that, you can always put that down onto your mat if you like. But I'm gonna have us start on our backs today. So come on down to the floor. And when you bring yourself onto the back, you want to use your arms, draw your knees in, come on down onto your back, and then take a deep breath. You can hold on to the knees or hold on to the across the shins and just relax for a moment. So I'm going to get us comfortable on our backs, and then we'll do sort of our deep breathing or centering, the whole thing. Usually we do this in a seated posture, but today we're going to actually start on our backs. All right. So let's have you place your feet on the mat. Okay. There's two variations. You can have your feet on the mat. I'm opening my feet wide and letting the knees lean on each other like a little tent. This should be comfortable for your lower back. Or if you just want to stretch your legs out, go ahead and do that. Okay. And with either variation, let's place the hands, so whether your knees are bent or straight out, let's place one hand on the lower abdomen and let's place one on like the chest, whatever feels comfortable. I like to have my elbows rest on the floor, so I'm going to put one kind of on my rib cage around my heart center and one on my lower abdomen. Okay. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. And just become aware of all of the sounds in the room and outside of the room, the sound of your breathing. And just allow your mind, your thoughts to be right here, right now in this moment. It's like you're hitting the pause button. And now relax from the top of the head down through the forehead. Relax your eyes. Relax through the cheeks and your jaw, the neck, the throat, the shoulders, down the arms to your fingertips. And back up through the shoulders. Relax through the neck, throat, shoulders. Let's go through the upper back, your chest, your lungs, your heart center. Relax through the abdomen, through the lower back. From your hips, your pelvis, all the way down the legs, all the way through the feet and toes. And now we're going to focus on the breathing. So inhale and exhale deeply. Count to yourself the length of your inhale. Count again the length of your exhale. Try to even out your breath. And feel your abdomen and your chest expand as you inhale. Feel your slow, deep exhale. And let the abdomen pull in just slightly at the end of your exhale. Let's do that one more time. Nice deep breath. Good. All right. so from here, let's place the feet about hip distance. You can either keep your eyes closed or you can open your eyes if you prefer. And we're going to draw the right knee. So I want your knees bent. Draw the right knee into that chest and just make a nice big circle with your foot. And change direction. Now clasp your hands behind that right leg and let's extend the leg straight up towards the ceiling. So I'm pushing through the heel, stretch, and then point through the toes. There you go. Back and forth. Flex the foot, point the toes. Oh. Starting on our backs is more relaxing than I expected. I keep yawning. All right, from here, we're going to bend the knee. I want you to lay the outside of that right ankle right across your left knee. So it kind of looks like this. And I want you to take your hand, place it on that right leg, and just rock or balance your hip away from your leg. There you go. Okay, we're going to go a little deeper with this pose. So we're going to bring the legs up towards the chest. Put your right hand through the legs. You're going to hold on to the back of this left leg, or you might be able to reach across the shin. And just draw that leg gently. And now we're just warming up. So the hips are going to feel a little tight. Move gently from left to right. So now you're massaging that lower back, the tailbone area. Gentle movement. Inhale and exhale. Good. All right, let's undo the legs. We're going to do the other side. So place your right foot on the mat. Keep your hands clasped behind that left leg. Extend that leg straight up. Push out through the heel. Point through the toes. And push and point. Again. Okay, let's bend that left knee, lay the left ankle across the right knee, and just gently bounce or rock that knee away from you. Start to open up that hip a little bit. Good, and now we're going to bring the legs in. Let's put the left hand through the legs. I want you to hold on behind that right leg or across that right shin, and then just a little bit of gentle rocking from side to side. You do want your neck and shoulders comfortable on the floor, so try to relax that area as well. There you go. Good, and now place the feet down on the mat, and let's open the feet nice and wide, one foot to either edge, and drop that right knee down towards your left foot, and just hold for a moment. And now drop the left knee down towards your right foot and hold. You can feel that stretch all the way through the leg, maybe through your abdomen, back and forth. So stretch. And just rock those hips back and forth. Good, and bring the knees back to center. Have your feet about hip distance, arms by the sides. We're going to do a bridge posture. So you're going to press your back into the mat, press your feet down, raise your hips up and stretch. And then inhale, and as you exhale, roll down slowly. And then you can draw your knees into your chest and round out your back. Good. Let's do that again. Feet on the mat, hip distance. We're gonna add a shoulder stretch. So I want you to reach your arms back over your head So the back of the hands are on the floor. And then lift your hips into a nice bridge posture. You're gonna feel a little more of a stretch in your neck now and your shoulders, and hold. Keep your feet planted firmly on the mat, 2. And inhale. As you exhale, roll down slowly, 1 vertebra at a time. And let's draw the knees in. And you can clasp your hands over your legs or just hold onto each knee. Rock a little bit from side to side. Good, let's do a spinal twist. So now we're gonna open the arms out to the sides and you're gonna bring those legs to the left. So drop them all the way to the floor. Right now my feet are up. Let your feet come down and touch the floor. Now you wanna turn your head, look out towards your right hand and stretch. You can put that left hand on that right knee and gently draw down. Breathe. Inhale and exhale deeply. Good, and inhale as you come on up. Exhale, we'll go over to the other side. Let's do the same thing on this side. So look out towards your left hand. Let your knees come down. And you can gently draw down. Don't worry if the shoulder's not quite touching. You want to get as comfortable as you can. Or actually, let me put it this way. Don't worry if the knees don't touch. So we really want that shoulder to be comfortable. If you can let your feet touch, and then you're gently drawing the knees around, right? Because it's getting into your lower back. But you don't want to put any strain on the neck and shoulders. All right, and just hold. You can even close your eyes for a moment if you like and relax. Feel that stretch. Good, and let your knees come back to center. Okay, let's keep the knees together. Open the arms out to the side. You're going to gently bring the knees to the left, all the way to the floor. Reach out towards that right hand, but only let the knees come about an inch from the floor. Inhale as you come up. Exhale over. Knees about an inch from the floor. Inhale to center. Exhale over. Inhale. And exhale. You're just going back and forth. Inhale and exhale. So it's a nice way to stretch out your back, but it's also a good way to strengthen your stomach and your lower back muscles. Back and forth. Good. Okay, let's bring the knees back to center. All right, we're going to come to a seated posture. You can either roll to your side, help yourself up using your hands, or you can hold onto the back of your legs, swing your feet, and rock yourself up. So you have 2 ways of coming up to your seated posture. Whatever feels best for you. All right, I'm actually going to have us just turn right over onto our hands and knees. So come on over. I would have the hands on the mat. If you're using a blanket, you can just fold it over so it's underneath your knees. But let's have the hands on the mat and the feet on the mat. Okay, so we're going to start in this posture, the cat and dog tail stretch. You're going to tuck your chin in, round your back and shoulders as you exhale and stretch. And then arch your back, look up as you inhale. And exhale. And just breathe. Good. With your next exhale, let's bring the hips toward the heels, forehead to the mat. Reach all the way out through those fingertips and just relax for a moment down into that half tortoise and stretch. Good. And then come back up onto the hands and knees. And let's do this variation. We're going to sit towards the left heel, twist to the right, and get into that lower back a little bit more.
Let's bring the awareness back to this present moment, the awareness of being here right now. So just focus on your breathing. Good, and then bring yourself up onto your hands and knees. Let's do the other side. Sit towards that right heel, twist over to the left and stretch. And again, focus on your breath. Inhale and exhale deeply. Good, and we'll come back to center. We're gonna do a downward dog. So you're gonna come up onto your hands and knees, let your toes curl under and press back and stretch. And then let's do the runner stretch where you bend one knee, push the opposite heel to the mat, alternate your legs, stretch out your calves. Good, bring the shoulders forward, knees down to the mat, hips back to your heels. Good, and let's do another downward dog. So come up onto the hands and knees, let the toes curl under and stretch back. Good, shoulders forward, knees down to the mat. Okay, so now we're back into this posture on the hands and knees. I want you to bring your shoulders forward so they're over your hands as opposed to being back like this. If that makes sense. You're gonna come forward. Now I want you to bend your elbows and you're gonna bring your chest down. So it's like your elbows are right next to your sides when you come down. And then peel up into a cobra, bring your chest up, press back. Let's rest back into a half tortoise. So when we're doing this, I call them yoga push-ups, but basically we're building a little upper body strength. You want to make sure that when you come forward, right, it helps to look in front of you instead of looking down. And if you're too far back with your seat, your elbows will go out to the side, and that's just going to strain your upper back and shoulders. So I want you to come forward and bend the elbows and come down right between your hands. Inhale as you peel up into cobra. Keep your shoulders back. Don't let them hunch by your ears. Press back. Now you can either bring hips to your heels, or if you want, you can do a downward dog. Good, and then we're gonna come back onto the hands and knees. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bend your elbows, bring your chest down. Your chest and your stomach. Inhale as you peel up. Exhale, hips to the heels or a downward dog. We're gonna do that one more time, that little sequence. So inhale, bring your shoulders forward. Exhale, knees touch down, chest down. Inhale as you peel up. And now let's do hips to the heels for everybody, back to half tortoise. That's a lot on the hands, so let's open and close the hands. The fingers are building up some strength in your hands, but you want to stretch it out, maybe make circles with your hands. Good, come on up into a kneeling posture. Let's curl the toes under and sit back on the heels for a moment. So now you're stretching out the arches of your feet. Okay. And then let me just check the time. Okay, perfect. And then from here, you can just slide your blanket or towel off your mat and then go ahead and come right up to a standing posture. Okay, let's do some standing poses. I'll adjust the camera. All right. Okay, so from your standing pose, let's have the feet about hip distance, knees are soft, hands on the hips. And you're gonna lean forward. Inhale as you roll to the back. Exhale back to the front. Good, let's change direction. Good, come back to center, inhale. As you exhale, fold into your front bend, let your arms hang, let your head hang, and just sway gently from side to side. Nice deep breath. Inhale and then exhale. Come on down. Let's go right into our squat. You can put your hands to the floor for a little balance. Let's go back into the front bend. Back down to your squat. Front bend again. Okay, bring your chest up, let your hands come to your hips. Inhale as you come on up. I like to stretch back, so we stretch forward, we'll stretch back. So put the heel of the hands right under your rib cage, support your back. Just lift through the chest, gently lean back and stretch. And then come back to standing. And now let's bring the feet closer. Okay, you can either have your toes touch or just be a few inches apart, whatever's comfortable for your legs, arms out to the side. Good, this is your mountain pose. So inhale, reach out and up. And you're gonna touch the fingertips, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, go ahead and lean to one side as you're pushing out on that hip. Inhale as you come up. Exhale over. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Come back to center. Inhale, exhale. Go ahead and fold right into your front bend. We'll stretch out the back by placing the hands onto your legs. Draw your chest forward. Exhale as you fold. And now inhale, reach and come all the way up. And stretch, and then bring the hands right back to the heart. Inhale and reach. And exhale. Hands on the legs, draw the chest forward, inhale. And now exhale. And then reach and come on up. And back to the heart. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale, reach up. I like this because you take a nice deep breath when you do it. Exhale and fold. And as your body starts to warm up, you come halfway, inhale, exhale as you fold. Feel like you're able to just sort of soften or relax into each posture just a little bit more. Like you can go just a little bit further. Good. And again, inhale, exhale as you fold. And then bring your hands right back to the heart. And let's just pause for a moment. Good, and relax. Relax your arms, relax your legs. Okay, let's do, we'll do a balancing posture. Haven't done this one in a while. This one's called the eagle twist. And so I'm gonna show you some variations. Now, if you're doing it, you have like a wall that's close by, you can let your elbow touch the wall if you want like a little extra support with your balance. Sometimes I'll do that, okay? Or you could also do it where your hand could touch the desk, okay? So you have a little extra support. But here's what we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna start by bending both knees like you're sitting in a chair. See how my shoulders are back? I'm not leaning forward to counterbalance. So just a little bit like you're sitting on the edge of a chair. Shift your weight to your left leg. And again, your elbow can touch the wall if you want. Shift your weight to your left leg and I want you to bring your right leg over. So I just took my right leg and crossed it over. And I'm still sitting on the edge of a chair. Okay. So this may be far enough in the pose, and then you can try to move the elbow away from the wall and see if you can balance. You guys stare at something. Some of you might want to add to the twist where you actually tuck your toes behind your calf. It's not easy, but you know, you might have flexible toes. All right, I want you to find your point of focus and breathe. And just relax your gaze. Again, keep that left leg bent. This is also building some strength. It's like you're sitting on the edge of a chair. Good, and then bring yourself out of the posture. Good, so it builds up a little strength and it's good for your balance. So let's do the other side. So I'm gonna actually turn around so the left elbow can touch the wall. Okay, so with this one, you're gonna bend both knees. And I'm gonna shift the weight to the right leg and bring my left leg over. Okay, and again, don't lean forward. You wanna be like you're sitting on the edge of a stool. If you wanna tuck your toes behind the calf, you can try to do that. All right, find your point to focus. And breathe. Bring yourself up and untwist. Good. All right, I want you to fold right into your front bend and relax your back. Keep your knees soft, slightly bent. Sway a little bit from side to side. Okay, let's come down to the floor. So bend your knees, bring yourself down to your squat. And go ahead and carefully sit right down onto your seat. And we'll do some floor exercises. Here we go. All right, just stretch your legs out in front of you to begin. Rock your feet in and out a few times. Okay. All right, let's tuck one heel in, have the other leg out to the side. You can start on either side. All right, so we're going to we're going to reach over to the bent leg with the opposite hand. Okay, so you're going to reach across to the bent leg. Inhale and reach up, and exhale as you stretch out. It's like you're reaching out for the wall. Nice deep breath, 2. Feel that stretch all along that side there, 3. And 4. Good, turn the palm upward, inhale, reach, and come on up. Exhale, let your arm come down. All right, let's switch. Tuck your heel in, have your leg out to the side. You're gonna reach over to that bent leg. So you're crossing over the body to the bent leg. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale as you stretch out. And breathe. Good, and inhale as you come on up and exhale, let your arm come down. Okay, open both legs out now. So in this posture, if you're kind of falling back, if it feels like you're falling back, you can use your folded blanket or towel right underneath your seat. And that's gonna raise you up a little bit and make this an easier posture. Okay, so with this pose, we're gonna lean forward and I'm gonna have you gently move from side to side. Just kind of go back and forth. And as you're doing that, maybe you can start to bring your chest down just a little bit more into the posture. Let's go back to the breath, back to the moment. Okay, bring yourself back to center, bring the chest up. Let's help the soles of the feet together. Bounce the knees. Lean forward a little bit in the butterfly pose. So it's not about getting the head to the feet, it's about drawing the chest forward. It might feel good
You might get a good stretch if you rest your arms on your legs. Just kind of a gentle stretch. It's not an easy stretch for most of us. Good. Go ahead and bring yourself up. Help the knees in. Stretch the legs out. Rock your feet in and out. Good. Okay, now let's cradle. So you can place the foot into your hand or put that foot into your elbow. Wrap the other arm around and just rock gently from side to side with that leg. Good, stop the gentle rocking. Let's pull that leg in and hold. And now place that foot right across the upper thigh, or you can put it on the inside of the leg. So whichever variation works best for you. And then we're gonna gently bounce the knee. All right, take this bent leg, cross it over your straight one. So you can leave the bottom leg straight and bend forward, or you can tuck that bottom leg back and bend forward. So you've got two variations there, and go ahead and lean into your stretch. Inhale and exhale deeply. You should be feeling this one in like the buttocks in those muscles, piriformis muscles, and then go ahead and bring yourself up and under the leg. Now we're going to do the other side. So let's take the other foot and put it into your hand or elbow and then just gently rock side to side. Good, and then draw that leg in and hold. All right, let's take that foot, place it right across the upper thigh, and we'll have you bounce your knee. Okay, and then let's cross this leg over. Some of you are doing straight leg, or you might be tucking the leg under. Inhale as you exhale, lean forward and fold. Nice deep breath. Okay, go ahead and bring yourself up. And let's undo that stretch. Stretch it out. And rock the feet in and out. All right, let's do a twist. I'm going to turn around so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to have you sit on your mat. So your mat's out to the side, and let's lean over onto the right hip. Take your left leg back. Put the sole of that right foot against your left knee. And now you're going to twist to the right. Come down onto your elbows or your forearms and do a nice little twist here. And hold. Good, and now slowly untwist. Let's come back over up to center and over to the other side. So now you're leaning onto the left hip. Take your right leg back, put that sole of the left foot against your right knee. Let's twist to the left and stretch. Oh. And focus on your breathing.
Good, and then slowly untwist and bring yourself right back up to center. All right, stretch the legs out in front of you. Let's reach up towards the ceiling and stretch. Inhale as you exhale, lean forward, and then do a little bit of like rocking or bouncing movement. Good, and stop that movement, and you can reach for the feet or the calves or the ankles and just hold. Inhale and exhale deeply. And then go ahead and bring yourself up. All right, we're gonna go down onto our backs now. So bring yourself down just like you did at the beginning. You wanna draw those knees in, lower yourself down carefully onto your back. And draw the legs in, rock a little bit. Oh, side to side. Maybe make a circle with the knees. That can feel good on that lower back too. Good, and then let's go ahead and stretch the legs all the way down onto your mat. Rock your feet in and out and let the feet just fall out to the sides. Let the arms rest by your sides. Turn your head gently from side to side. And just bring your head back to center. Take a nice deep breath in and out through the nose. And then bring your awareness to the top of your head and relax down through the forehead and around your eyes. Relax the corners of your mouth and your jaw. Down through the neck, the shoulders, down the arms to your fingertips. And back up through the shoulders. Relax through the upper back, your chest and lungs, your heart center, through the abdomen, through the lower back, from the hips all the way down through the legs, the feet, and your toes. Slowly take a deep breath. And just bring your awareness back to your body, moving your fingers, moving your toes. When you feel ready, you can bring those hands together, rub them, make them nice and warm. And just place those warm hands over your eyes. Open your eyes into your palms and relax your gaze. and then bring the hands away, focus on your hands for a moment. And then let the hands come down and focus on the ceiling. Okay, bring those knees in again, relax your back, and just stretch it out. Roll to your side and just rest on your side for a moment. Good, and then bring yourself up into a seated posture. Good. All right. All right, so let's come up to our seated posture. We'll end the Hatha Yoga portion of the class. So for those of you that are heading out to the rest of the day, I want to wish you a great day. I like to start by just bringing the hands to the heart for a moment. It's always nice to set an intention for your day or say an affirmation. I am so happy and grateful that I am so supported. Everyone and everything in my life supports me. That's my affirmation today. All right, eyes are back open. Namaste. All right, have an awesome day. If you're going about your day, maybe put a sticky note on your computer that reminds you to stretch and breathe so you can stretch again in an hour. If you want to stay and do a meditation, please do. And I'll walk you through some breathing and we'll sit for about 15 minutes, okay? All right, so for the meditation part, you want to do that sitting up so that you don't drift into sleep, which is what laying down can bring you into the sleep state. We're going to try to stay fully aware, but deeply relaxed, okay? You actually can train yourself to not think. It may not be for a long period of time. It might only be for a breath or two, but what you're going to notice as you start to sort of hit that pause button on the busy thinking, and you just come into a quiet space, that awareness that you are not thinking, or the awareness that you are thinking, you are that awareness. That makes sense, right? I am the awareness that is aware of my thinking. Okay. And it's just deeply relaxing, is really what it comes down to. It's very relaxing to be in that space. And when your mind isn't so busy and you create sort of that space, you'll find that you'll have even more creativity, more inspiration will come to you. It's a way to sort of quiet the noise, if you will, and allow for those thoughts to, I guess I'd say that inspiration to arise, if that makes sense. All right, but how do you get into that space? So we're going to practice that in our meditation. You want to be comfortable. If you're sitting on the floor and that's not comfortable for you, go ahead and sit in a chair. You can also use like a small pillow or towel or sweatshirt or something like that underneath your hips just to raise you up a little bit. I recommend sitting towards the edge of a chair so your feet are on the floor. If you are comfortable on the floor, but maybe your knee falls asleep or something, it's okay to go ahead and stretch your leg out. All right. The breath, focusing on the breathing, when the breath is nice and slow and even, it is much easier for the mind to quiet down. So there's different techniques. We've done the alternate nostril breathing. I think today we'll do what's called Matrika Pranayama, which is simply a counting of the breath on your hand. And so when the thumb and first finger touch, you can use either hand. That would be count number 1, and then move the thumb to the next knuckle. That's 2. The next knuckle is 3. And then where the finger and the hand come together, that would be the count of 4. And then go to the tip of your next finger, your middle finger, that would be 5, 6, 7, and 8. The ring finger is 9, 10, 11, and 12. And the small finger would be 13, 14, 15, 16. So to count 16 breaths will take about 5 minutes. As you're counting, if you need more to focus on, right, to stop all the
busyness of the mind, you could also count the length of your inhale and exhale, and that would be the count of 1. And then count the, so I'm giving you some variations. Once you're done with the 16 counts, just notice you might just want to sit quietly, and a thought or two may come into your mind, and you can simply let it go. If you find yourself getting very busy or distracted in your mind, then go back to the counting. You could do another round. So the counting is just a tool. It's just a tool to help you sort of quiet that space or that mind, to give your mind something to think on. All right. At the end, I'm just going to quietly turn off the Zoom session. So if you do want to stay and meditate, you certainly could do that. All right, so to begin, go ahead and close your eyes, and you can rest your hands either in your lap or on your knees, whatever's comfortable for you. You want to sit nice and tall, lengthen to the base of the spine, up the back, through the neck, through the top of your head. Inhale and exhale deeply, and focus on your breathing. You can begin your count.